Deep in the dense jungle, where the laws of nature reign supreme, a once mighty predator now lies helpless. A tiger, once the ruler of this untamed land, now struggles against an enemy it cannot fight. Its body, once sleek and powerful, is now covered in millions of parasites. Its golden fur is matted, its ribs protruding, and its once fierce eyes are filled with pain and exhaustion. If help does not arrive soon, this magnificent beast may not survive the night. It all began when rangers patrolling the remote jungle noticed something unusual. A faint, weakened roar echoed through the trees, more of a desperate cry than a dominant call. Cautiously, they followed the sound, pushing through the thick foliage, their boots sinking into the damp earth. Then they saw it, and what they saw would haunt them forever. The sight was almost too much to bear. The majestic animal, now reduced to a shadow of its former self, was barely breathing. The parasites, tiny yet relentless, clung to every inch of its body, feasting on its blood, draining its strength. Every twitch, every shallow breath was a struggle. The rangers knew they had little time. They had to act fast. A distress call was sent immediately to the nearest wildlife rescue team. Within minutes, a team of experts was racing against time, carrying medical equipment, tranquilizers, and emergency supplies. The jungle was thick, the terrain unforgiving. But there was no room for hesitation. The plan was simple but dangerous. Approach with caution, administer a tranquilizer dart, and treat the tiger before it was too late. But there was a problem. The tiger, despite its weak state, was still a wild animal. A single miscalculation could be fatal. If the dose was too strong, it could stop the tiger's heart. Too weak, and the animal could panic, injuring itself further. Every second mattered. The dart was loaded. The team held their breath. And then, the tranquilizer dart hissed through the air, piercing the tiger's thick hide. A tense pause, before the beast slowly slumped to the ground. It worked, but the real battle was just beginning. As the tiger lay still, the team sprang into action. They had to work fast before the tranquilizer wore off. The first step: remove the parasites. The parasites had burrowed deep into the tiger's skin, forming thick, grotesque clusters. Each removal exposed raw, bleeding flesh. Infection had already set in, and the stench of decay filled the air. The team used specialized solutions to dissolve the parasite clusters. Some had to be manually pulled out, one by one. It was slow, grueling work. But there was no other way. Hours passed. Sweat dripped from the rescuers' brows. Their hands moved with precision, treating wounds, administering antibiotics, carefully stitching the worst of the damage. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the last parasite was removed. The tiger's body was clean, but the battle wasn't over. It was still unconscious. Its breathing was shallow. The team knew that this moment would decide its fate. They injected fluids to prevent dehydration, monitored its heartbeat, and whispered silent prayers. The jungle was silent, as if holding its breath. Would it wake up? Would it survive? Then, a movement. The tiger's paw twitched. Its eyes flickered open. A low, exhausted growl escaped its throat. Relief flooded through the team. The tiger was alive. But its journey to recovery had just begun. The tiger was transported to a wildlife sanctuary for close observation. Day by day, it regained its strength. The wounds healed. The fur began to regrow. Its once dull eyes gleamed with a newfound fire. Each meal, each step, was a victory. Slowly but surely, the king of the jungle was reclaiming its throne. And then, the day finally came. The day it would return home. The team transported the tiger back to the jungle. It had been fitted with a tracking collar, ensuring its safety. The moment the cage door opened, time seemed to slow. The tiger hesitated, then stepped out onto the earth it once ruled. It took one last glance at the humans who had saved its life, then, with a powerful stride, disappeared into the dense wilderness. The jungle had its king back. This was more than just a rescue mission. It was a fight against time, a battle between life and death. And thanks to the courage and dedication of those who care for wildlife, this tiger was given a second chance. But not all animals are this lucky. Every day, countless creatures suffer from disease, habitat destruction, and human interference. Will you be a voice for them? If you believe in protecting the wild, share this video, spread awareness, and most importantly, never stop caring. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications